Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Dokkan have dropped on Twitter, or at least JP has, because Global are slacking once again with the translations, the details for the upcoming Super EZA Strength Super Gogeta and Super EZA INT JANEMBA. Very excited to get into these. Strength Gogeta was one of my most used and probably beloved EZAs when they first started doing EZAs, so I can't wait for the grandpappy of Dokkan to make his return. As always, huge shout out to Minato for this, absolute legend. We'll leave his link down in the description, but let's waste no more time. Gogeta is starting with Ki +2, attack and defense plus 200%, attacks are effective against all types, 50% chance to crit, launch an additional attack, there's a 50% chance to become a super attack. Overall good start. When attacking, gets an extra 100% attack and defense. Then when collecting Ki spheres, if this character is placed second or third in the turn, that means he's either going to be a slot 2 or slot 3 unit. Launch an additional guaranteed super attack. Nice. Especially with the crit chance he has built in. And the one he already has a 50% chance to do. Ki +2, attack plus 40% for all allies. Seems like Dokkan in the 10th anniversary has given a lot of these 10th anniversary units and EZAs and Super EZAs a ton of support. But when a lot of them can be run together, that support will add up. So I'm here for it. For every rainbow Ki sphere obtained, 50% attack and defense, so a maximum of 250 in total. But even then, 50% per rainbow Ki sphere obtained, that's a decent amount of attack and defense, even with like 2-3 rainbow orbs picked up. And a chance to crit plus 10%. Again, even a couple Ki spheres picked up, that's on top of the 50 he's already got. So combined with the potential 3 super attacks he can do, how easy it is for him to get over 50% crit chance, he's going to be doing a ton of damage. And a few super attacks with a lot of damage very quickly. And then for every attack performed, 50% defense up to 200%, damage reduction rate plus 10% up to 30% within the same turn. So I'm guessing this, you build damage reduction up every single turn, like it doesn't stick, it doesn't stay. So you are actually hoping for this to proc more often than not. But it doesn't say super, it says every attack. So no matter what, you will get that 30% damage reduction. Then when there is a super class enemy, 77% attack, 70% chance to guard. You guys know how much I hate chances to guard. While 70% is one of the best chances you can have, I still don't like the fact there's a chance. And it does look like Dokkan's continuing with this trend with the super EZAs of when you face super class enemies and extreme class enemies, which isn't a bad thing, because with Supreme Magnificent Battle, the 2 red zone events we've got, there is a mixture, so I'm fine with it. But when it comes to chances to guard, I don't want it. Just give him guard no matter what. And then when there's an extreme class enemy, 77% attack and defense, guaranteed crit, guards all attacks. So his best place to be is going to be an extreme class enemy. And as I said, it's not too bad because we're getting a mix of content right now of super class and extreme class enemies with Supreme Magnificent Battle, both red zone events, and then whatever 10th anniversary content they drop. That's fine. But as I said, when it comes to chances to guard, I can't stand them because obviously, what if he doesn't? Things can get techie. Now, one thing I've noticed is it doesn't seem like they've gone all out. Now, I did see a few murmurs on Twitter while I was getting all of this information to start the video. Some people didn't seem too happy. And I feel like that's because they wanted him to be a lot better than he is. Which I get, because I feel the same way. Although he isn't bad. He's actually still a very good Super EZA. He's going to do a ton of damage. Against extreme class enemies, he's solid defensively. I would have preferred more damage reduction, especially because he only has a chance to guard against super class enemies. More of this and it sticking would have been better. Or give him like 30% damage reduction naturally as a base, have that up here as basic effects, and then he builds up an extra 20-30% for every attack performed, and then you could have this as a chance to guard, and then facing extreme class enemies, guaranteed guard. That I would have preferred. This way it still works okay, but against super class enemies, if he doesn't guard, 30% in one turn is only going to get you so far. So I would have preferred, as I said, if he had like base damage reduction and then this, even if it was less, on top, or just naturally give him guaranteed guard no matter what. But one thing is for certain is he's still good, he's still very solid. And one thing for sure, he is going to be doing a ton of damage. So to say I'm slightly disappointed with Gogeta is true. Not bad. He's still good, still very solid. I just wish he was better, considering it is Super Gogeta. But nonetheless, he's still very good. Moving on to Janemba. Key +2, 200% attack and defense, guaranteed guard. Could have just given it to Gogeta as well, but good stuff. 50% chance to dodge. And then until attacking, does have 20% chance to evade. Now, if there is more dodge chance in his passive, which I see under this, slot 1. Slot 1, because then you can take advantage of extra 20% chance to dodge. When collecting key spheres, if this character is placed first or third in the turn, this is playing into him being a slot 1 unit. An extra 20% chance to dodge. Only 40, so I still actually wouldn't risk it. Unless he has a ton of defense, because he does have guard. Then key +2 and defense +40% for all allies. Again, a ton of support. I like that. Don't forget he can be run on Int LR Broly's team with his domain. Can't be linked up with the Fizz EZA. Yes. Can have them on the same team though, but you have him on a very strong Broly team surrounded by Boo units, healing, good domain, revivals. So Janemba already has a team lined up and a slot waiting for him. Then when he receives an attack, 100% attack and defense, so that will proc as soon as he gets hit. Then for every attack received or evaded, attack +50% up to 200%. This will literally get built up potentially in one turn. That's going to take no time at all. Then after evading a single attack, which with... Actually, I'm lying. I'm talking utter waffle. I forgot. He has a built-in 50% chance to dodge. So yeah, 100% put him in slot 1. Because you've got 50 here, 20 here, an extra 20 here if he's in slot 1. That is a total of 70% chance to dodge. Then in his potential system, if you give him full dodge, that's even more dodge to work alongside, not on top, of course. So yeah, 100% a slot 1 unit. Guard, 70% chance to dodge. Good stuff. Got that a little bit mixed up. That's fine. And then as I said, this will build up in no time. So getting this is going to be very easy to do unless you get very, very unlucky with Janemba not dodging. And I mean, with a 70% chance to dodge in slot 1, as I said, you'll have to get very unfortunate with your RNG. Then he'll have a guaranteed additional for 4 turns, which is nice. Then when facing a superclass enemy, 200% defense, attacks effect against all types. Which, considering he has no built-in crit whatsoever, that is nice. Then when facing the extreme class enemy, 100% defense, 70% chance for effective against all types. Janemba is very good. Very, very good. The one thing that's going to make him even better is eventually when the Tech Janemba gets his EZA and having these two together with his support and then how good he potentially could be on an EZA. That rotation is going to go crazy when it drops. But overall, a very, very strong, insanely good EZA. Both are very good. Janemba, definitely better than Gogeta. Slightly disappointed, but I think that's just down to my personal preference and expectations. I wanted Gogeta to be ridiculous. Still very good, still very solid. I'm just not a fan of chance to guard. Janemba is on Buhan, if not better than Buhan level. That's how good he is. And again, there's potential for him to get better when Tech Janemba's EZA drops. And he goes on an insane team as well. But I like him a lot. Can't wait to try out both of them. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care of the rest of your day. And... Pokes.